September 10, 2016. 4 Iranian gunboats. The Strait of Hormuz, a U.S. Navy destroyer worth $1.8 billion. 4 Iranian attack boats. 200 yards of open water between them, and 90 seconds to decide: fire first or risk everything. This is the story of the closest the United States came to war with Iran in the Strait of Hormuz. This is the USS Nitze, an Arleigh Burke-class guided missile destroyer. 505 feet of American naval power, 9,200 tons, Tomahawk cruise missiles, Aegis combat system, a crew of 320. On September 4th, 2016, she was conducting a routine patrol in the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most dangerous waterways on Earth, where 20% of the world's oil passes through every single day. And then 4 blips appeared on radar. 4 Iranian Revolutionary Guard fast attack boats, 50 feet long, armed with heavy machine guns and rocket launchers. Fast, the destroyer's crew went to general quarters, battle stations, weapon systems online. The captain issued warnings over radio. International Maritime Protocol. Clear, direct, unmistakable. The Iranian boats didn't respond. They kept coming. These weren't regular Iranian Navy. This was the IRGC, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Their boats closed to within 300 yards, then 250, then 200. In naval warfare, 200 yards is nothing. At that range, a rocket-propelled grenade can punch through steel. A suicide boat can detonate before you can stop it. The USS Cole, October 2000. 17 American sailors killed by a small boat packed with explosives. The Navy remembers. The Nitze's weapons officer had his finger on the trigger. Literally. The Mark 45 5-inch gun, the Phalanx CIWS, the 50 caliber machine gun, all trained on the Iranian boats. U.S. Navy rules of engagement are clear. If a hostile vessel closes to within 100 yards and ignores warnings, you have authorization to fire. The Iranian boats were at 200 yards, still closing, still silent. 150 yards. The captain issued a final warning. Still nothing. 125 yards. And then, at exactly 200 yards, the Iranian boats turned. Not away, parallel. High-speed passes along the Nitze's port side. Engines screaming. This wasn't an attack. This was the closest call in decades. This was Iran saying, "These are our waters. We don't care about your billion-dollar warship. We don't care about your rule. We will do what we want, when we want." The entire encounter lasted 90 seconds. 90 seconds where one wrong move, one miscalculation, one nervous trigger finger could have started a war. So why does Iran do this? Why send 50-foot boats against billion-dollar warships? Iran can't match America's naval power ship for ship. They have no aircraft carrier, no Aegis destroyer. So they don't try. The math is terrifying. One U.S. destroyer costs $1.8 billion. Iran could lose 36,000 fast boats and still break even. But here's the real genius. These boats operate in swarms. 10, 20, 30 at once, closing from multiple directions. The U.S. Navy calls it saturation tactics. Overwhelm the defenses, force impossible decisions. Do you fire on one boat and ignore the 19 others? Do you risk starting a war over a perceived threat? Iran learned this during the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s. Small, fast, cheap, and expendable. And the USS Nitze incident? It wasn't a one-off. August 2016, 4 Iranian boats harassed the Nitze. Again, 1 week later. July 2017, USS Thunderbolt fires warning shots when Iranian boats close to 150 yards. September 2016 wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. April 15th, 2020. 11 Iranian fast boats swarmed 6 U.S. warships in the northern Persian Gulf. They closed to within 10 yards. 10 yards. Close enough to throw a rope. January 2021. The USS Georgia, an Ohio-class guided missile submarine, transits the strait. Iranian boats shadow her for 6 hours straight. Here's what the Pentagon doesn't want to admit. Iran's strategy is working. During the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s, Iran learned a brutal lesson. They couldn't match Iraq's conventional military. So they adapted. Small boats, fast attacks, swarm tactics. A single Iranian fast attack boat costs $50,000. The USS Nitze, $1.8 billion. That's a 36,000 to 1 cost ratio. Iran can build 720 fast boats for the price of 1 American destroyer. The IRGC Navy operates over 200 fast attack craft from bases along the Persian Gulf coast. They train for this. They drill for this. High-speed intercepts, coordinated swarms, overwhelming American defenses through sheer numbers. The U.S. Navy has the most advanced weapon systems on the planet. Aegis radar, Phalanx, CIWS, Tomahawk missile. But against 50 fast boats coming from 6 different directions, the math gets complicated fast. This military confrontation set a dangerous precedent. The Iranian boats turned away that day. The USS Nitze continued its patrol. No shots fired, no casualties, mission accomplished, but the Pentagon called it unsafe and unprofessional conduct. Diplomatic language for "we almost went to war." Both sides claimed they won. Both sides were probably right, because in the Strait of Hormuz, victory isn't measured in who fires first. It's measured in who blinks last. The USS Nitze sailed away from the Strait of Hormuz that day, but she'd be back. They always come back, because this is the front line. Not a war zone, not yet, but a place where superpowers and regional powers test each other, where billion-dollar technology faces $50,000 boats, where one mistake could ignite a conflict that changes everything. September 4th, 2016 was just another day in the Strait of Hormuz. Another close call, another near miss, another reminder that the most dangerous battles are the ones that never happen. This is Naval Frontline Reports. This is what happens when the world isn't watching, but we are.